Okay, so in today's video I'm going to be finishing off this painting hopefully and talking a little bit about how I made it and working big. So this video I suppose is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be a bit more of a sort of video diary about finishing this painting. My studio, I've just moved and I've set up my desk. I've got a lot to do and it's quite messy behind me, so I won't show you that just yet. But I'm just going to take the tape off this one, so I'll change the camera angle. Okay, so I'm going to take the tape off this painting because I really want to be able to stand back and have a good look at what I think I need to do to finish it off. It's got to that stage where I really like it, and I know that it isn't quite finished, so I want to carefully think about what I'm going to do, and then when I do it I'm going to have to try and relax and not be too worried about ruining the painting, because that's the stage that I'm at. So I'm just taking this tape off here, and I'm going to hope not to pull the paper off as I take it off. But I do want to mount this painting onto a board, so if I do rip some of the paper off, it's not going to be the end of the world. Now, I didn't film myself painting this large painting. I did do a little video halfway through, which I'll just bring up on the screen now. And I'll probably do another video in the future where I do actually show the whole process. But the thing about working bigger really is just that everything needs to be a bit bigger. So you need to have bigger brushes, and I found I need to have a bigger palette, and I do actually have a bigger water jug there as well, although that's not absolutely necessary. And that's the main thing really. I didn't stretch my paper. That's the way that I like to work, but I think I probably will I probably will experiment a bit with stretching the paper as I am going bigger, because the paper does buckle, and the way that I dealt with that as I'm painting, I sort of hold the paper, and sometimes I paint like this so that you don't get the buckling, but that's a kind of workaround really. So I'm not saying it's better to do that. It's really just personal preference. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking because I'm finding it quite hard to talk and do things at the same time. And I'll just quickly take the tape off, and then I'll talk about what I'm going to do to finish this painting off, and then I'll get going with doing that. Okay, so I've managed to find a wall here now. It's not ideal light, but I'm standing right back, and I think when you do bigger work you do need to be able to stand right back from it and see how it looks from a distance. In this case, what I want to do is change this area here. That just doesn't look quite right to me, and I'm going to probably pull the blue up or put some kind of very slightly darker tone here, just to make a better transition from this blue to this area here. And I might end up feeling like I need to do something down here as well, but whatever I do, I don't want to do too much because I do like this painting. I don't want to overwork it. I have thought about using neo-colour pastels, but as I think I mentioned before, I want to mount this on a board. I've got an example here, and to do that I'm going to be finishing it with a cold wax, and I don't think the neo pastels would work, so I'm going to have to use paint, and I might do little dots here. That's an idea I've had for a while, so I'm going to take it back to my desk and we'll just get going with that. Okay, so I'm going to start first of all with this sort of transition between the blue and the background, and I'm just putting a blue mixed with a little bit of burnt sienna there, and I'm making it quite light, quite watery. I don't want to overdo it too much, and I've got a fairly big brush there, and I'm trying not to go over it too many times because of the layers beneath. I don't want to pick up any of that colour underneath. I'm just getting my knife there just to put a little bit of a line in there. If the paint's wet and you do that, then you'll get a dark line. And now I'm going to just put a darker band. That sort of line was bothering me. I want the line to be a bit more definite, and then on top of that I'm going to do these dots in white, and that's a bit of a first for me, although I have done some experience in my sketchbook, but I'm kind of excited about trying this out, and I'm hoping that it will really sort of give something to the work and sort of make it feel like it's really finished. Okay, so the white that I'm using is a little bit of the cobalt blue mixed with just white gouache paint, and I think it's going to take me a while, but I'm putting this band of these dots over the dark colour so that I can sort of change that line of that dark really, and stop it being quite so harsh. So I'm not going to film the whole thing, and I'm showing this in real time just to give you an appreciation of how long I spent doing these dots. So I'm going to jump back in a minute with the finished painting. Okay, so this painting is finished now. I've done those dots in white, and I didn't do perhaps as many as I thought I might do, but I'm really happy with the way that they've turned out, and I'm going to be using that, I think, again on future paintings, and it sort of ties in well with my hope to sort of abstract my paintings and not have them completely representational. So I think that sort of adds to that, and it creates a nice texture. I think watercolour can sometimes look flat, so you know, where for example here I've put some lines in because I've used a medium called Aquapasto, and then I've put my knife lines in here as well, and then with these dots I think it all just helps to make the surface look a bit more interesting. So working big with watercolours, I mean, it does have its challenges, but it's a really fun and freeing way to work, and if you already do this, I'd be really interested to hear about it in the comments. And if you haven't tried it yet, then I hope this video might inspire you to give it a go. And like I said, I think at some point soon I'm going to do a video showing the whole process. I'll probably do a painting similar to this one, and if you think that was something that might interest you, then perhaps you could leave a comment. I need a bit of space from this painting to decide whether to keep it as a square or whether to cut some of the edge off. But anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed this demonstration, and if you did, please hit like, and if you'd like to see similar videos in the future, then please subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you, bye.